Hey guys, Drunon here, back for another weekly update. Gonna let you guys know how I did this week, performance-wise, gear-wise, loot-wise, leveling-wise, everything. Just a weekly update of all my characters. Last week I did my very first weekly update ever. We're playing World of Warcraft Classic, specifically Wrath of the Lich King Classic, the expansion, and this week will be the update for the fourth week of the expansion. Last week was the third week, and we'll keep doing this, until we don't need to anymore. But yeah, first things first, guys, I want to say thank you to Mohammed, Nubras, I'm not sure how to say that, and Harry. Thank you guys so much for hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. I did put out a Let's Play video in addition to last week's update, and that was pretty popular, so be on the lookout for at least one more of those this week, and maybe two more. That looked like you guys enjoyed it, and I'm glad to put it out there for you. I had fun making it, so yeah, and don't forget, guys, you can catch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Drunon, where I'm playing all my high-level characters, doing all my raids live on stream, and I do some Let's Play stuff off-stream, but, that's available on YouTube if you enjoy that content. But yeah, so for this week, the first thing I want to go over is how I performed personally on my characters. That's one of the things that I strive to do, is have good performance and to basically just compete against myself for improvement and just play as well as I can. For my environment. So let's get into that and take a look at my logs and my parses. Oh, where did this go? Oh, that's my sound. There we go. Here it is. Okay. So looking at my logs here, guys, last week, my best performance average, which was just, the average of your best fight ever, regardless of current item level or it's historical, was 91.8. So I did improve my best performances by 2.5%. Pretty solid. My goal is currently to have this be orange at 95%. So I've got a few fights to improve on. And after that, after I reach this 95 goal, I want every single fight to have a 95. And then from there, working on my 99s. So pretty happy with my performance this week. I did manage to get a 99 on Gluth or Gluth. I'm not really sure how to say that name, but it's one of those. And I did, hit 95 plus on a few other fights, and I have some improvement on, about half of them that I need to work on. Unfortunately, I had some bad RNG on Naxx now with web wraps and stuff like that this week. So fingers crossed for this week that I can actually manage to get a good parse there. But yeah, overall, very happy with this performance. My best fight, again, was Gluth. My 10-mans, I did not get my 10-mans in, and honestly, I don't care about them so much anyway. So, yeah, this week, working on Maxna, but then after we hit these goals, we're going to just start focusing on total clear time and total, damage for the whole entire dungeon, as opposed to just the bosses, helping the guild with the clear time and stuff like that. For my Shaman, huge improvement. This is my second clear now as an elemental shaman. My first clear was with a guild that I pugged. They were okay, but I averaged like a 66 or something. I can't really remember what my best performance average was for Naxx 25 on the first run, but we're up to 82.4 now. So huge improvement this week. No 95s or above, but very happy with how we're doing on this elemental shaman. Again, I've never really played elemental shaman. I played it a little bit in retail at some point. But this is kind of my first time playing it, so happy with my performance here. We're obviously going to work on getting this to 90 and then 95, and we'll have the same goals as for the mage. I want to be able to parse 95 on every fight for every caster class. And I probably picked the hardest for my number 2 or my first alt, but whatever. We did join a guild, and they're pretty decent, so we should be able to achieve 95s on these fights. My best fight for my shaman this week was Maxna, which is ironic because it's been my worst fight on my mage. But we've got room to improve on Gluth or Gluth, which ironically was my best fight on my mage, as well as Noth and Sartharian. Although on my shaman, we did clear 3D, and I did parse really well on 3D 10-man. So I'm sure we'll probably try and do 3D as a 25-man group on my shaman this week. But again, overall, super happy here with both my performances. So let's take a look at the results of those performances in terms of gear. Oh, hey, that's not me. Let's scoot over here. As you can see, I am rocking a new title on the mage. Oh, no, you can't. Now you can. Twilight Vanquisher, this is the title for killing 3D Sartharian on 25-man. So I was happy to do that. In terms of loot for the week, I'm already, pretty well geared, so there's not a whole lot I can get. It just kind of depends if it drops at this point. My gear score before the week started was 4060, and my item level was 207. I picked up these Valorous Frostfire gloves from Sartharian 3D. It doesn't matter if you killed on 3D or 2D; these always drop, or gloves always drop. But I did manage to get the gloves of the Vanquisher, so all of my tier are of the Valorous now. I don't have the Valorous robe yet, but I don't need it for Arcane. I am gonna want it for Fire, so still working on that. I'll hopefully try and get that out of VOA, so I don't have to take it from a guildie. But that's fine. And I told you guys last week I did have the quest piece to get the Bis Neck, the Wormwrist Necklace of Power. I did finish that quest this week, so I now have the Bis Neck. Bis gloves for what I'm building. I am going to keep wearing this. I don't know if I'm going to switch to the off-piece gloves or not. Probably not. I think I'm happy with the set pieces in the chest that I have. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty much Bis for my tier pieces and my off-piece. And actually, overall, of the 17 pieces of gear that I need, I have Bis for 9 of them. Let me count. Yeah, 9. So there's only 8 things I need left in phase 1. And one of them is actually from 10 Man. The Embrace of the Spider. And unfortunately, I missed 10 Man this week. Was just too tired. I didn't play nearly as much as I wanted. My sleep schedule was just messed up. But yeah, anyways, moderate increases stat-wise. Moderate increases as well. 45 spell power increase. Hit cap. I'm still hit cap, so I'm actually 8 hit over hit cap, so I could afford to lose some of that when I have a chance. I don't have any gemmed or anything, so I'll have to lose it on gear at some point. Increase my crit by 0.26%, increase my haste by 10, increase my mana regen by 8. I lost 130 health, but I did gain 375 mana. So again, moderate increases to gear, item level, gear score, and stats. But overall, if I increase this much every week, I'm a happy guy. We'll be real powerful by the end of the phase. So overall, good week on the mage. Looking forward to hitting that 95 average this week. And I will be streaming my mage's 25-man raids on Friday and maybe 10-man on Saturday. I don't usually stream on Saturday, but I might this week. So switching over to the Shaman. The date for that, I guess, since I don't know when you watch this video, is November 4th, 2022 is when you can catch me streaming my mage and hopefully hitting some more 99 parses. My Shaman, let's see here. And I did make note of what buffs I had last week when I checked my stats, by the way. But my Shaman had another unfortunate loot week in 25-man Naxx. I didn't get any elemental loot out of 25-man. I keep collecting offset pieces for resto out of 25-man, but unfortunately, it's not dropped. It's not that I haven't won the roll, it's that it's not dropped. So 2 full clears, very unlucky on the drops for Elemental Shaman, but it's okay. I care more about performance and playing than I do about gear, although gear will help me with my performance, but it's fine. I did get 2 upgrades out of 10-man, though. I managed to get the EOE neck off of Saffron 10-man version. It's about 6% worse than the 25-man version, but I'm happy to get it. Solid upgrade from the PvP neck that I had. And then also a big upgrade was the staff from Malagos 10 in EOE. This wasn't even really on my radar to pick up, but it turns out it was actually a really big upgrade. And you'll see that here when I go over my stats. So from those 2 upgrades alone, I managed to improve my spell power by 132. My hit remains capped at just over 10%. I did trade a little bit of crit, so I lost 0.74% crit, but I gained 116 haste. And then 5 mana regen and 450 mana. So the 116 haste and 132 spell power, those are 2 huge upgrades for stats. And haste and spell power are especially, and I mean, they're important for everybody, but they're especially important for Elemental Shaman because of the way that Lightning Bolt scales with spell power, and the way that we use Chain Lightning in our rotation. So at the beginning of phase 1, you use Chain Lightning because it has a quicker cast time than Lightning Bolt, regardless of if there's more than one mob or not. So you use Chain Lightning in your single target rotation. But as your haste increases and the gap closes on your cast time between these two, or as they both approach the global cooldown soft cap or whatever. And then as you increase more your spell power, it's better just to cast Lightning Bolt instead of weaving in your Chain Lightning in your single target rotation. And I think I have enough haste and spell power now that I don't really plan to use Chain Lightning unless there's more than one target, or unless I have like a ton of mana. I'll have to play around with it, honestly. What I should do is sim, but I haven't really gotten that far on this guy. But yeah, it's really good. So basically having more haste and spell power allows me to have more mana, and it allows my rotation to be simpler. So super big improvement there. Again, really looking forward to actually getting 25-man elemental loot, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. My gear score improved from 3698 to 3929. That's a pretty big jump. And my item level from 200 to 203, mainly due to getting this 213 weapon instead of 200. So happy with the 10-man loot. Looking forward to improvement in the 25-man loot. As for my ults, guys, didn't quite achieve the goals that I wanted to. I want to make sure my screen pops up. There it goes. I wanted to get my Warlock to 80 last week. Again, I just didn't play as much as I thought I would. My sleep's been super messed up. I'm hoping to be on a regular schedule this week. Warlocks, wanted him to be level 80. I did get him to about 74 and like 60% or so. So, and he's probably fully rested again at this point. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But still achievable to get him 80 this week. I almost cleared the rested XP on my Druid. I think I had about like 3/4 of a level left. Honestly, he'll probably hit 80 and still be mostly rested. But, anyways, slowly but surely on these guys, they'll hit 80 eventually. Maybe 80 for one of them this week, hopefully the Warlock. And then I did get my Priest going, was level 1. I sent him the heirlooms. Actually, the heirlooms are on my Warlock right now, but he has the heirlooms. They're enchanted. The next time I play my Priest, I'll send him back over. And I'm hoping to do 1 or maybe 2 Let's Plays this week. Working on getting him up to max level as well so I can play Shadow Priest. Yeah, so that's kind of the update on my performance in the gear. The next thing I wanted to go over was kind of the goals I had set for myself last week, and I kind of went over those a little bit already, but just to be clear on them, I was already 3 of 3 Vault of the Archon before I even made my video last week, so that didn't change, but I got all those done. One thing I wanted to note this week for my goals was I had a goal to get 290 Emblems of Heroes on my Shaman. I realized, especially now that I got that staff, I don't think I really care about this goal. Most of these emblems were going to be for Resto anyways, and now that I have a guild and they want me as Ellie, I don't really care about this. So unless I get the main hand from KT without getting the shield, I don't really need any emblems at all on Elemental. And I can just pick up Resto gear as off-spec pieces from raids anyways, so that's gone. I did manage to pick up, some emblems though throughout the week. I had like 44 heroism, plus 40 because I bought the belt, so I had like 84 emblems of heroism. I also have like 92 of Valor now. None of my bisque gear is from Valor actually, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. I should probably just buy bracers while they're still worth something, but those will probably just get traded down and buy heirlooms or something. For the raids this week, I did only get 3 of 4 done. I didn't get my 10-mans done on my mage. I was just way too tired to raid on Saturday, which is a normal 10-man night for my guild. So I wasn't able to get that done, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll be back on a regular schedule this week, and I'll get all 4 raids in. I had a gold this week. I wanted to have 5,000. Didn't quite make it, but I did spend a little bit on enchants and gems and consumables. Actually, a lot on consumables. So we're almost there. I'll probably increase this goal slowly, but I have a feeling I'm going to be doing GDKPs on my Warlock and on my Druid. I don't think I really have the capacity to join a 3rd guild to do 25 mans on these guys and just have a set schedule. It'll probably be more sporadic doing 25 mans gearing these guys up, so we'll see how this progresses, but didn't quite hit that, but I easily can this week, and I'll probably increase what I want that threshold to be. Well, I guess it depends on how much I spend on my Shaman's Engineering, which I made no progress on this week, but he only has 1 profession right now, so getting another profession will greatly increase my DPS, so I need to work on that. That'll be expensive, but I'll probably manage to get this done this week, but not before I raid, because I raid tonight, November 1st, and I just don't think there's any way I'm leveling that before the raid tonight. I wanted to set up the heirlooms for my priest and do the enchants. That is done. As you guys saw, my priest is level 11 and rocking. He's getting rested XP right now, and he'll be in the play rotation. I wanted to clear my druid's rested XP, which I got partially done. And he's level 75 now, so again, he'll probably be 80 with a lot of rested XP by the time he gets there. And then I wanted to hit level 80 in my lock. Again, didn't quite make it. A little bit past halfway, but you know, we'll keep that goal there for now. So overall, I would say I got like 50% of my goals done, but I only played about half as much as I wanted to, anyways. So it's fun. So when I was looking at like my overall performance and stuff this week, I thought it would be cool to actually show you guys clips of my best fight. So when I do these videos, I think what I'm going to start doing is a top fight of the week or a best fight of the week, kind of a clip, and maybe even go over a little bit things that went well on that fight, or you know, it could evolve into just like a fight of the week, and it could be like my worst fight, and I'll go over things that did not go well. But so I have a clip ready to go, guys, of the best fight of the week for me. Let me switch my scenes here a little bit so I can show you in full detail the fight of the week, which again was my mage, and it was on Gluth or Gluth. I need to figure out what his name is. And I did parse a 99, and I'll just meet it here before we get going, just to give you a couple notes. So again, the most important part of parsing is kill time for your guild or your group. And I'm in a pretty average guild, so I managed to parse a 99 without having an incredibly fast kill time. So that just means I had pretty good RNG on my crits and on my arcane barrage procs. But I did do a couple things well manually, decisions I made. And yeah, you'll see that as we get into the fight here. I can't really skip around because this video is so long. But right off the bat, one of the things that I did do well, and I saw somebody else do this and it just makes a lot of sense, I slow falled myself out of the tunnel, and I used rocket boots, and you'll see that coming up here in a second. And the reason that's good and important is because by the time I hit the ground, I already had 1 or 2 instant casts off on the boss, and then all I really had to do was turn as the boss walked by me to be in position. And that maneuver basically allowed me to get a few more casts in than another mage would have. So that's a good thing to do if you're a caster or a hunter. Melee, I don't think it really matters for you because you kind of have to stay where the boss is with the tank anyways. But for a caster, that should help you get a few more casts off, which increases your DPS. Another good thing that happened was my guild had a good kill time. We managed to skip the phase where I think it's called like decimate or desecrate or something like that, where everybody's health goes real low and then the adds rush toward the boss. We had enough DPS that we skipped that phase completely, which was really important in terms of keeping my DPS up on the boss. And then, just again, good RNG on, procs and stuff. So yeah, here's the fight, guys.
That's your...
We're moving. Pay attention.
It spreads out of there.
Misdirected shot. Make sure there's an earthbind down.
Can we get a fucking
I know
hero?
when you're parked.
Come on. Where's the hero?
I'm parked.
Hello, hero. Thank you.
Frost trip down. Oh, there it is.
All right, Tarnum.
You caught it at just the last second. No, you gotta take him back, dude. Taking him.
Get that guy. Ah, he got that one. God damn it.
We got a lot of stacks. I need. Okay, there's a trap. Thank you.
Don't worry about taking him back. He's dead.
So we beat the mechanic.
Yes, we did.
Well done.
That was a good fucking fight right there, boys.
Good job
7.2k
Good job on
DPS.
other people helping.
Damn, dude.
Bruh, there's no way that's not a 95 or above. So, yeah, obviously that ended up being 95 or above. 99. Super happy with that one, guys. One more thing that went well that I forgot to mention was because we killed the boss so fast, I didn't run out of mana until the very last cast. Which, you know, not having to spend time evocating and then getting back into the rotation, that's huge in terms of DPS. So if we would have killed it like 2 seconds faster, I would have got that last one in too, which was great. One thing that I looked at when I compared my parse to the top parse is I noticed that we had very similar kill times. He had a little bit higher item level than I did, but the main thing was their group casted hero way sooner than mine did, like I think a whole 7 seconds earlier. So my spell power from all my procs actually peaked right away, like on my first 2 to 3 casts. And then some of those buffs actually went away before we even heroed, which is unfortunate. And I already had a 99, right? But I could have been a lot higher on that list if we would have heroed sooner. But I understand it takes a while to get in position and you want everybody to benefit, not just me. But the number 1 mage, looking at comparison wise, like they just heroed right away. And so he matched his top spell power with his top cast time, and it's crazy that he did like 800 more DPS than me or something like that, but I was still 99 and he's 100 or whatever. But anyways, guys, that was the fight, and that's pretty much it for the update too. Thanks for hanging out this week. Again, I'm looking forward to putting out 2 more Let's Plays for the Priest. I'll be streaming live on November 1st, which is tonight. I will put this out in the afternoon. Tonight, Thursday, Friday, so 1st, 3rd, 4th, is that right? Yeah, 1st, 3rd, 4th, and maybe 5th as well. But yeah, guys, don't forget you can catch me live, twitch.tv/Drunon. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. I appreciate everybody, spending time watching the videos, subscribing. Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys, and good gaming.